Welcome to our Devos. We are talking about killing control. Taking that control that we often feel that we have the illusion of, and instead letting it go and giving ourselves the gift of surrender and dependence, which we're going to be examining those over the next couple weeks. But today, I want to talk to you about how important it is to kill the idea that you have control. And I want to illustrate it with a deep theological understanding of the movie, The Secret Life of Pets. The Secret Life of Pets. Now, if you have children, most likely you've seen this movie. If you had children that grew up in the last 10 years or so, you most likely have seen this movie. If not, I'll just tell you, it's about how pets, when the owners are gone, it's a cartoon, they essentially have their own little secret lives going on, hence The Secret Life of the Pets, where you see them communicating, they have adventures, they have side quests where they're doing things, and then one of them decides to go on an adventure, and the others follow to try to help them, and it's really a lot of fun. Now, what's most interesting is there's a character in the movie whose name is Snowball, and his voice is played by the actor Kevin Hart. Now, Snowball is this little bunny that's probably about this big. And every single time you see Snowball, like, he's exceptionally aggressive. And what he does is when he comes up against some sort of adversity, his default response is to kick and fight. And he's acting like really tough. And so he'll describe his moves. He's like, body blow, jab, jab, left hook. And he's talking and describing these nefarious moves, but all you see is this little tiny thing that is going up against like a bigger dog, which the dog doesn't even have it registered, or another animal, it doesn't even register, or a human being, no register whatsoever. So I say that story, not to just tell you to go watch that movie because it's funny, but I say that story is, the point being is that you have a small, infinitesimal amount of might in your life. Like, I know you think you have strength, and we credit ourselves with strength, and we'll actually give people strength props. We'll say, oh, this person's so strong, or he and she, they're so strong. But anyone that's been through anything bad or negative knows we actually don't have hardly any strength. We have next to no strength. We don't have any strength within us. And to get through things, we have an increasing amount of dependence on God and on others. So the point of letting go control today that I'm going to make is we are fragile by design. We are fragile by design. God did not create us to be independent forces of nature. He created us with the strength that he gives us. He created us to be able to subdue and to take care of the earth. But he did so by way of making us completely dependent on him. And even if you're not submitted to him, you're still dependent on him. Every breath you've ever taken is borrowed. Every one. You're not like, oh, I made oxygen today. I'm pretty far ahead of the game. I'm able to sustain my own life. I mean, think about it. Gravity, and I don't know science, so I'm butchering this, but if the Earth's gravitational pull were off even slightly, humanity could not sustain. We are exceptionally dependent on God. And we have to realize that in the scheme of things, we are fragile. And when we try to control things, we are like that dumb little bunny in that movie. We're trying to fight, but really everything we're up against is pretty much greater than us. That's why you see verses as it talks about in 1 John, John's first epistle, where he says, he that is in us is greater than he that is in the world. He's not talking about how strong we are. No, he's talking about the strength that we're given by God in that God dwells within us. And in Psalm 103, verse 15, talks about our makeup. He says, as for man, his days are like grass. He flourishes like a flower of the field, but the wind passes over it and it is gone, and its place knows it no more. It's like those little wishy things that the kids pick up, the little weeds that have the little flakes, the little white flakes. Like, my kids always pick them up and they make wishes. And watch what happens when you blow one of those things and blow the little wishy things off of them. It completely dissipates into the atmosphere. You don't see it. You can't track that. Nobody's tracking that. It's gone. And the psalmist here says that's humanity. You're like the flower. It withers and it goes away. It's cast into the atmosphere. It is not to be remembered. It doesn't know its place. That's how fragile we are. So knowing how fragile we are, why do we try to control things? Why are we trying to think that we can manufacture the ending of a thing? Instead, why don't we give ourselves over to the one who controls all things? The one who is greater than every created thing. The one who can alter and control the outcomes of things. We got to kill the control by giving ourselves over to the one who can truly control the outcome.